Alright. Hello everybody, this is ZZ1000ZZ, and I had to restart my stream due to a weird audio issue. Hopefully, things have sorted themselves out. Hopefully, things have sorted themselves out. Okay, I think they have, so let's try redoing what we were doing. As the video title suggests, today we will be doing a rod planter only challenge. We will be playing the Empire base campaign. We'll go with the Mage Lord, the reason being Warrior Lord is useless, well, not completely, but close to, because all it does is give our units a bit of health at the start of each turn, and our Rod Planter leader will be a healer, so it's pretty redundant. Guildmaster, better in multiplayer than single player, but also just I don't want to focus on thieves too much since the idea of this challenge is to be a rod planter challenge. And we'll play on average game difficulty because I'm still relearning the game.
More than a decade has passed since the first great wars ended. When infernal beasts and demons poured forth from the ground, the human empire did their best to resist the unholy onslaught. Alas, the beloved queen was killed, and Uther, the sole heir, disappeared from the realm. The combined forces of the Empire and Mountain clans with the retrieved runic wisdom sealed the infernal rift before the Accursed One could arise. The menace posed by the undead hordes came to an end with the beheading of the dwarven High King Sturmir. Mortis's vengeance accomplished, her minions fell lifelessly to the ground. Their languid voices echoed with no answer. Bards feared to weave tales of the suffering brought by the first great wars. Stories of these terrible events traveled only on witches' winds.
Alright. Here's the introduction to the individual stage.
Ten long years had passed since the first great wars, leaving Nevandar in a state of chaos and devastation. The Emperor Demosthene secluded himself in his stronghold, his spirits dimmed by the loss of his queen and their only son, the beloved Uther. Grand Councillor Hubert de Lely was rumored to be the true power behind the throne. Hubert had indeed taken advantage of the sorrowful king's growing isolation. Although he claimed Nevandar was in good health, all could see the plague of corruption and deprivation he had spread throughout the empire. Justice was no longer a luxury all could afford. Hubert led the empire to ruin, indulging in feasts and debauches, which he paid for with the empire's treasure. From this audacious decadence, numerous sects and agitators were born. Erhog, leader of a death cult, took over the barony of Emenir. If she was not stopped, her influence would surely grow. It would be the death knell for the Empire and the High Father.
Alright. I could have skipped the opening dialogues, but I love the voice acting, so I didn't want to. Alright. They're basically just telling us that we need to kill Urhog because she's the leader of a death cult and she's evil and will destroy the Empire. Now, the first thing we have to think about is what we're going to do in terms of army. This is a rod planter challenge, which means I'm only going to carry a rod planter over from one stage to another. But it doesn't strictly mean that I can only use rod planters the whole time through. I mean, that might be a possible thing you could do. I don't know if it's even. Eh. Yeah, I mean, you would need probably thieves or something else. Maybe it'd be worth trying. Anyway, the point is, I'm not going to be super strict right now. I am going to go ahead and use other parties, at least to start, so I can get rolling. If for no other reason than because right now I have, 250 gold and a rod planter will cost 300. Then again, would it be crazy to literally only use rod planter and nothing else? You know what? Let's give it a shot. Legion of the Damned are telling us there are enemies, of course, of course. So yeah, I'm not
Yes?
planning on holding strictly to rod planter only, but let's see if we can. See how far we can make it that way. Uh, I did learn in yesterday's stream that this is a really good item, so I do want to pick it up at some point. And it's a bit of a weird situation because normally I like to move really
I
aggressively
serve a
across the
higher
map.
purpose.
But if I'm only using rod planters, it's going to be difficult to, so maybe I should fight some of these other battles first. And for this part, we can just auto battle. I could probably even use the instant resolve, but especially with it being the first battle of the mission, or the run, I don't want to. Oh, that's actually kind of scary. I don't think it matters, though. I didn't think about the fact that if I killed the thug, the peasants would get a turn to attack, but they deal so little damage, it didn't really matter. Alright. So 11 experience is a nice start. Yeah, tree bark potion, 30% armor. That could be huge. Now, this thug battle is going to be a lot more difficult than the other one, but it should be pretty free. We can't get to it this turn, though, so... Which way do we want to go?
I live but to serve, my lord.
I don't plan on actually fighting with this party, since I'm going to try to do Rod Plant only. But since I have him, I'll at least walk up to get some scouting information, and who knows, maybe I can get him killed. Alright. Uh... Nah.
For thy high father.
So let's see, 2 goblins and a goblin archer? Yeah, my Rod Planter should be able to take that battle. My lord, many nobles have fled the capital. Urhog and our evil disciples are surely behind this. Be cautious. Yeah, okay. Here's a little trick. It doesn't really matter in this case. But entering and leaving a town does not cost movement points. So there, you can see I moved 2 spaces, but it only costs me 2 movement points, the same as if I had moved just 1. And then I pop out over here. So I was able to go from this spot into the town to here with it costing 0 movement points.
I live but to serve,
Of
my
course,
lord.
it doesn't really matter because I'll reach the
Yes?
town next turn anyway. But it's a fun little trick to know. Yeah. I am going to allow myself to use this, or this, what is he, a Mage Lord Arc, what are they called, Archmages? It doesn't actually say on here. Anyway, I'll let myself use any party I want if it's just for scouting, because, hey, it's not really doing anything.
For thy high father.
Alright. Now here, I think all the enemies do the same damage. Yeah. And with 15 armor, I think it is better to focus the archer first. because I don't think we would be guaranteed to kill the goblins in 2 attacks. You did see that we did 25 damage on the first attack. If I do 25 damage every attack, then yes, I would kill the goblins in 1 round. But yeah, there we can see I only did 23, so I will not kill this goblin in 2 attacks. It'll take 3. This reminds me of another idea I want to do for a challenge, which is just auto battle only. I don't imagine that one will be very difficult, but it could be fun. Alrighty. 9 more experience means I'm up to 20. 20. I need 100 on my leader, 80 on my squire, which means 60 and 80 experience. Thank you for saving our city. Goblins raided our lands and destroyed our crops. I wish to warn you, they're numerous further south. Okay. Now here we have 3 thugs, but only 2 are in the front row, so it should be a manageable battle. If it was 3 thugs, I don't know that it would be. Anyway, the trick is the trick to this battle is something we're gonna have to do a lot, I imagine, which is defending and healing. As you can see, by defending, we take half damage, which means we can actually out-heal the damage we take. So we can defend while we heal up. Eventually we'll be high enough health to take 1 round off of defending, and then we can attack. And, of course, if the enemy misses, then that's even better. And now it's free, because only 1 thug will ever be able to attack us each round. And we out-heal their damage. I probably should just auto-resolve some of these battles, but I enjoy watching them. Alright, so he has 41 experience, which means he only needs 39 more to level up. What unit do I want? The Knight or the Witch Hunter? I don't know that's going to matter, but I am going to go for the Witch Hunter upgrade this stage. Specifically because there's a ghost in the final battle and there's a mermaid before that. So having mind immunity from the Witch Hunter might make things easier. Otherwise, the Knight just has 10 more health, so it's not a big difference. That said, this is probably the only stage I'll ever use the Knight in. Now, this battle is very scary. I honestly don't think we can beat it with our current party. 2 goblins and an orc. The orc deals, 55 damage, I think? The goblins, 15? So 2 goblins for 15 each is 30, plus 55 is 85, and each one can roll up to plus 5 bonus damage, so they can deal 85 to 100 damage a round. That would potentially one-shot my squire, and even if he defends, he would still take, 42, 43, up to 50 damage. I'm only healing 40 a turn. So right now, I do not believe I can win this battle with just this this party, unless I use some sort of buff. I really don't want to burn my potion, so I have to think about this. We'll have 2 options that I can think of. One, I could just use other parties. Like, I could give this guy some units and easily win the battle. Or I could go fight some more battles and try leveling up. I could also try to wait till I have more mana so I can cast some spells.
We shall
Hmm.
purify these lands.
I think for now I'll go ahead and just fight some battles to try to level up.
Believe!
And if that doesn't work, then yeah, I will go ahead and resort to using other parties. Fortunately, this battle should be pretty easy. It won't give us a lot of experience, but it'll give us a bit. Ooh. Back-to-back misses. That was funny, but not important. Alright. From here, it should be pretty free. Trying to think what I want to do after this battle. There's a 2-thug party that we can definitely kill. Alright, so we need 28 experience for our squire to level up. I think once he levels up, that ogre battle, not ogre, the orc battle should be manageable. Because he would be able to one-shot the goblins.
Yes?
I live but to serve, my lord.
For thy high father.
And once my rock planter levels up, she'll heal for more, so that would be beneficial too. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kill some more enemies. I will instant resolve that one because it's a joke of a battle compared to what we've already faced. So right now we have 2 goblin archers and 2 goblins here, plus we have 2 thugs there. I honestly don't think we'll be able to level up
Thy command.
before having to fight that orc, but
Yes?
we should at least find out. If nothing else, I'll use magic or maybe hire thieves to help me. I don't like the idea of doing either of those. Oh wait, here's another battle I didn't see. 2 goblins and a goblin archer? That might...
Believe!
I wonder if that'll give me enough experience to level up then. Yeah. We've already seen how this battle goes, but I do need to be mindful of things, because if I mess up, I could easily lose my unit. Now here, I did kinda gamble, because it's possible my squire misses, but even if he missed, I would have gone up to 79, which is out of range for the thugs to kill him. So, worst case scenario, I would have just had to defend and heal up more. Okay, yeah, I only need 10 more experience to level up.
To serve, my lord.
I'm listening.
Between that battle and this battle, I think we will get there. If instead we wind up at like 78 experience, that'll be pretty funny, but... Oh no, Urhog is allied with the Legion of the Damned. I wonder if she actually has in terms of game mechanics, or if maybe eventually the Legion of the Damned would attack Urhog if you let the battle run, or the stage run long enough. I normally don't let stages run very long, so there's a lot of stuff I don't know about what the AI will do. There's one stage which I didn't learn until like 3 or 4 years ago can spawn an infinite number of, what were they, like mammoths? I think they're like undead mammoths, but they may be living ones. I don't even remember what campaign that's in. I think it was the dwarf one. Okay, okay. So 79 out of 100.
Lord,
We will be able to level up our
For thy
squire
high father.
before the orc battle then by taking out this one last battle. Nice. I don't think I've ever tried leveling up a unit before I fight this orc before. That's a kind of cool
I
thing.
live but to serve, my lord.
There is a trick we could have used to make sure the squire leveled up if we needed to. If you retreat a unit from the battle, they will not get experience, and the experience they would have gotten gets funneled to whoever is still in the battle. So, worst case scenario, what I could have done was have my leader retreat right before the end of the battle, and then the squire would have
Yes.
got all the experience from the battle. So, eh. I doubt stuff like that will ever
Believe.
actually matter, but it is an option to be a little bit more efficient. Now, this battle is a little scary because they do have 60 damage around. But fortunately, the squire should kill one goblin in the first round and cut the damage by quite a bit. Yeah. So now they're dealing 45. Mind you, when I say 60, all attacks can roll up to +5 damage, so with 4 enemies, 60 damage could actually be up to 80 damage. Very unlikely, but something to be mindful of. Huh. Now this might be the first time we ever actually have to use the cheesiest strat the Empire has, which is stalling battles out just so you can get extra rounds of healing. And yeah, we will. Now the Squire could have killed that archer last turn, but then the Archangel wouldn't be able to get 2 uses of her heal. Though as it turns out it wouldn't matter, she was at 95 health and she would have healed for 5 health at the start of the turn anyway, so...
I live but to serve, my lord.
I'm listening.
It was a minor optimization that wound up not mattering. Now we go after the orc and goblins.
Believe.
Because the Witch Hunter can one-shot a goblin, we should be able to cut damage down by enough that this battle is pretty easy to manage. Yep. I am curious how many times I'll have to reload during this run. Ideally, I won't have to reload at all, but I think that's overly optimistic. But yeah, as you can see, having the upgraded unit makes these battles so much easier. It is a bit of a shame that I'm going to waste a bunch of experience on my leader, because she only needed 7 experience to level up. And obviously she's going to get quite a bit more than that. By the way, I do love how the Witch Hunters look. I think they have a really cool style. Yeah, she needed 7 experience, got 49, so that means she wasted 42 experience. But she can only reach level 3 in this stage, so I'm not worried about wasting a bit of
Lord,
XP. Alrighty. Now, I do believe this dungeon that we just saw is way too difficult for us to fight, so I don't intend to go after it. Here we have a big question to think about. Tomes are terrible. I would never take this upgrade in any run. I I would genuinely be curious if there's any situation you should ever take this upgrade. I can have never encountered one in my life. The other three are all decent to good. Artifact lore is kind of whatever. There is one artifact in this stage that gives you 10 armor, but there's also a banner that gives your entire party 10 armor, so that's just better. The thing is, we won't get the banner for quite a ways into the stage, so it might be better to go pathfinding so we can move around the map more. Hmm. I'm going to be playing very cautiously in this run because obviously rod planners aren't very strong. So let's go with Banner Bear. Hmm. We could take that battle, but I don't think we can take this one because I think it has Ghost in it. And the ghost can't paralyze our witch hunter, but could paralyze our rod planter.
Believe.
So for now, we'll go ahead and just... We should win this battle for free, I think. Alright. By the way, she should now heal for, I believe, 45, right? Yeah. She heals 45 around instead of 40 like before. Well, she has 110 health instead of 100, so we're getting a lot more durable already. And now it's just free. No enemy here can hurt it. Well, can permanently hurt us. We'll just out heal whatever damage they deal. 16 experience. Decent, decent. We will want our Witch Hunter to level up, so he gets a little stronger, but we may also go ahead and level up another Squire. Because I believe at level 3, we will be able to have 2 units in our party, other than the leader, of course. Now, Summon Living Armor, technically it does become a party when you summon it. I'm not going to count that as a separate party. So this is a spell that we'll allow ourselves to use. The main question I have to think about is, do I want to let myself use Thieves? And I think we should, at least to let us do things like scout dungeons. I don't know that I'm gonna let myself use Thieves to basically kill things, but just finding out what's in a dungeon I think is an acceptable use of them. And yeah, we can see here I would not win this battle, because what would almost certainly happen is the ghost would permanently paralyze my leader, so I wouldn't be able to heal my front line. And then the Witch Hunter is basically the same as a zombie in all practical terms. So I'd be facing, the Witch Hunter would basically be facing a copy of himself plus an extra combat unit.
Lord,
For thy high father.
So yeah, we're not gonna fight that. Yeah, that's life mana, so let's go ahead and grab it. That is pretty scary. I did just, after I said we're not going to fight that, I realized I misspoke. I did say we're going to let ourselves use these summons. So since I'm going to let myself use summons, I think it makes sense to just use the summon to soften up enemies. That was funny. Wow. Don't usually see that many misses, but okay. Alright. So yeah, now our main party should be able to take down that dungeon. Yeah, that was basically just, or the pop-up message was warning us about the area. This guy is telling us that this ogre is guarding a treasure, which if we bring over here will give us a reward. I believe the reward is a really useless tome, so I'm not worried about it. Now we can see the enemy territory. They haven't taken this town, though. They've just captured the
For thy
ground.
high father.
I'm not used to seeing them have the territory before I reach there. Usually in this stage, I'll have reached the town and captured it before the enemy terrain has spread. Ooh. Big miss. If that ghost didn't miss there, I might have actually lost this battle. So, very fortunate. Wait, I could still lose it. Yeah, I think I just... Oh my god. This is going to be such RNG. Oh my god, we actually won that. What? Wow, that is crazy luck. I had to win the initiative roll. Hit. I mean, obviously, an extra miss could have killed me. But, I had to win the initiative roll, and I needed the enemy to not deal 27 damage with its attack when it had a base damage of 25, which means it only needed to roll +2 damage to kill me. Wow. That was extremely fortunate. Zombie orb? Sure. We found Kabbalistic symbols inside this room. A powerful poison was brewed here recently. I wonder why.
What?
A little bit later into the stage, we'll find out that the Emperor has been poisoned, so that is where the poison was brewed. Now, this is the party we started off with that I don't ever want to use for combat if I can avoid it. So, if the enemy kills him, I am perfectly okay with it. Ooh. Now that I am less okay with. Yep, the Emperor has been poisoned.
Again?
I am much less okay with the enemy capturing this town. That is very worrying. Let's scout them out. The good news is one of their units is almost dead. So, we might be able to win this battle. 2, 3, if we can reach it. And how much mana do we have? 625? Yeah, I think we can. Can she reach it in time?
I live but to
For
serve
thy
my
high
lord.
father.
Oh, one space away. Okay, so what I was hoping to do was reach the town and be able to use my summon spell. I was one space short, so I will have to use a second haste spell, meaning I don't have mana to use my summon. And because of that, I don't know if I can actually win this battle. If that leader is level 1, he'll deal 50 damage a swing. If he's level 2, he'll deal 60 a swing. The Berserker will deal 50 a swing, and we can one-shot the
I
devil.
serve a higher purpose.
So we're probably looking at like 100 to 110 damage a round. And, they're going to have an armor boost.
Believe.
We may have to reload. We'll see. Oh, yeah. This was a mistake. I never should have fought. Okay, so we won the initiative roll there. We get to defend. We can use a healing potion. But yeah, that's dealing 60 damage. Oh, and he has plus 10 armor from an artifact, so that's... Okay, so this will be our first reload, because there's no way I win this battle unless I had used my armor potion. Then I probably could have. And hey, look, the same bot that stopped by yesterday popped in. Yeah, we already saw that dialogue.
What?
So, huh. That was our first reload. And I think we're just going to send a party up here to scout, because I don't care if he dies.
For thy high father.
I would love to attack this town on this current turn before they get to heal from the regeneration bonus of the town. But it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. So, I will hire a second thief so I have backup. Now, I would very much prefer not to use thieves to fight enemies, but I'm not going to forbid it. So,
Don't push me.
Yes?
What?
we will hire the extra thief, and then, if necessary, I'll use a bunch of thieves to soften up the enemy. I'm hoping to avoid that, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh, unfortunate placement on my thief here. The good news is we did at least get to find out what was in this enemy party, and we might be able to fight them.
I live but to
For thy high father.
Or we could just fight these guys. They're not in town, so they're going to lose their armor bonus. Plus, I don't have to spend mana on the haste spell to try to get to town like I tried last time. So I have enough mana to just use my summon spell. Oh, but look at that. The devil got healed up to full, whereas last time it was at 1 health. So that's a pretty big loss. Alright. Yeah. So we should be able to kill the leader with one more summon. Ooh, but then this devil might level up, and that is scary. I don't know if the enemy is going to have the upgrade structure for the devil yet. I'm really hoping they don't. Okay. Cool, they do not. That is huge news first. Okay, so right now they only have 100 damage around. And I can kill this berserker in 2 attacks.
I'm listening.
Let's see, 100 damage. The first turn I'd heal 45, so it's 55 to 65 damage that will stick. Meaning, yeah, I think I am fine to fight them as is.
Billy!
Now, an unfortunate miss, okay, will punish me. And then bad initiative rolls will as well. So yeah, that miss ruined the plan. Yeah, I think I just lose because of the miss. Okay. For the record, while it says I had an 80% chance to hit, oh my god, I could have used a healing potion. Oh, I'm stupid. I am. Yeah, I had a healing potion I could have used there for 100 healing instead of 45 healing, and I would have just won the battle.
Speak thy command.
I'm a dum dum. Oh well.
For thy high
Right.
Push me.
Let's see if I can save this thief by using a summon. No, I didn't actually attack the enemy, I just put the summon in its way. Oh! I did not know these enemies would attack my thief. That's funny. Well, I kind of wasted my mana trying to. Okay, well, that was a thing that happened. That. Okay. Some enemy formations, the neutral monsters, sometimes will attack your parties, sometimes they will not.
Lord,
For thy high
what?
fault.
I
In
live
this
but to
case, it
serve.
turns out they will. Who knew?
For the Empire.
Oh, I didn't expect there to be an enemy in here. I thought it was going to be empty. Oh,
I'm listening. Believe.
that said, hey! Finding out there's an enemy in here was kind of good. But mostly I'm just going to put my rod planner into town. Makes my party a little bit more durable. And now we can go with the play we used last time to kill the enemy leader. The nice thing is if we kill the enemy leader like we did on our previous attempt, he'll have to retreat to a town that the enemy owns to resurrect them. Oh wait, never mind, they have life potions. What I was thinking is by killing the enemy leader, I would force them to retreat like all the way back here to resurrect the guy. But instead, he should be able to, or that AI should be able to resurrect the leader, and then just... Well, I still don't think they would attack the town, even though I think they would win if they did. No, they wouldn't. No. Well, wait, maybe? Yeah, if they resurrected him and he acted before my witch hunter, I think they would beat me in the town.
Again?
It's an interesting question. Yeah. I'll just leave that thief there. Okay. Okay, yeah. This worked out well.
Lord,
As we can see, they're retreating to try to heal up. I am going to use another summon. Yep. So they used a life potion to resurrect the guy. We'll kill him again. Oh. Good miss. I think that means we actually killed the berserker now. Nice. That's huge.
I'm listening.
That'll make this a very easy battle. Yeah, because... Oh! As I said, a very easy battle. I didn't think they would retreat, but that works.
again?
Alright. So, now we have to decide... Where do we want to send our
Lord,
thieves? We have, what,
listening.
2? Yeah. This party will kill my thieves if the movement... I can't talk. It'll kill my thieves if the movement pathing, or the number of tiles, whatever you want to call it, like the movement points, work out well. Yeah, I can't talk. Basically, I don't want to put my thieves too near to that formation because it
Lord,
will attack them. My initial party that I'm not going to fight with, that mage leader, is still alive. That's funny to me. He'll just sit
For
in
thy
town,
high
heal up a
father.
little. So this is a
don't
rod
just begin.
planter. Where did the other guys go? There they are.
Better be good.
Okay, I know I said I don't want to use thieves too much to kill things, but it's just too funny not to get in a duel with this party to kill him again. That's just funny, man.
Lord,
For thy high father.
But yeah, this is an enemy rod
Billy!
planter, and she can't possibly kill us, so we win this battle for free. The Baroness can fear my leader to make her retreat, but the fear doesn't work on the Witch Hunter because Witch Hunters are immune to mind effects. So, worst case scenario is what happened there, which is she escapes with her life, and then we just run her down. I do not know what is in this dungeon off the top of my head.
I'm listening.
what?
And tell you what, I am going to duel these guys since I already dueled the other one. Pretty sure we lose this fight. Oh wait, it's a 50-50. Oh, we win the 50-50. Nice. Alright.
Again? Speak thy command.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm not going to forbid the use of thieves entirely, because as we saw here, they can be pretty helpful and sometimes they may even be necessary. But I am going to avoid using them if it feels too cheesy, and I feel like there are better or other options. Alright, we killed this guy again. That's what, like the fourth time we've killed that enemy leader, I think. That's funny to me. Alright. Now the question I have is, could we win this battle as is? I didn't take note of how much health the Berserker had, so I'm not 100%. I think we can. Oh yeah, the Berserker's defending so the devil can try to retreat. That's a great sign. The devil does get away, so we don't kill the entire party. But we kill one more unit, force a retreat, and we don't have enough mana to research the haste spell. I could use a summon to finish it off, but I would prefer not to. Because, one, I would like to save the mana, and two, I would like to get the experience on my leader if possible, so.
Speak thy command.
We'll just wait for the next turn. I think we can run the enemy leader down. My lord, the star cells, the savior will come to
For
our
thy high
aid.
father.
Oh, that's right, I always forget that they actually kind of allude to it in the first stage, but in the next mission, Uther, the son of the Emperor, will come back. Alrighty. And yeah, 35 XP. So our Witch Hunter now needs 218 experience to level up. You get a Strength Scroll, Orb of Restoration, Runestone. The Runestone artifact is cool. It gives the leader who uses it 10 armor. That said, we're not going to be able to use it for a long time because we don't have the artifact skill. And I have a lot of other things I would rather take as upgrades than the ability to use them. Sweet. We steal a spell. Do I even have that mana? No. The spell we stole requires that kind of mana, runestone mana.
Lord,
Which, it's actually kind of funny.
I'm
We can
listening.
get with a rod planter.
Lord,
Yeah, rod planter only challenge. I didn't really think about it, but it doesn't require you only use one rod planter, so maybe that's what I should do instead of using thieves,
Yes?
is I should hire a bunch of these rod planters.
what?
We'll try stealing the other spell. Worst case scenario is our thief dies and
I live to
nothing of
serve
note
you.
was lost. The
Yes?
thief is only worth 200 gold, so it's kind of a who cares sort of thing. Gargoyle and Possessed, we can take to that. Yeah, that should be an easy battle. I was debating on if I should fight these rod planners,
Silly!
but we would need 2 combats to kill one, so it would take a lot of our time, and it's just more efficient to go after these guys. Which one do we want to go after first? I didn't think about the fact that, yeah, the gargoyle is going to have tons of durability being in a town, so let's kill the possessed first. That's an unfortunate miss. Yeah, we're gonna have to focus on healing our leader mostly for now. Fortunately, the possessed doesn't deal much damage, so our witch hunter is not in any real danger. If the AI was smarter, the gargoyle and the possessed would have both hit the witch hunter, but actually no, because then the witch hunter could just defend, so maybe it did make the right call. I don't know. Be interesting to try to map out both paths. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunate miss, but not a big deal. Okay, 2 misses in a row is a little annoying. The good news is we out-heal the gargoyle's damage, so we kind of have infinite health here. You may have noticed that he did hit for 45 and we only heal for 45, so we don't out-heal his damage every turn, but his damage is 40 base, can roll up to +5 for 45, so worst case scenario, he hits for as much damage as we heal, but often he'll hit for less, so whatever. Yep, they're telling us that Hubert the Lately used to come to this town a lot and never helped anyone. And they're like, why
Thy
didn't
high
he?
father.
Why wouldn't a rich, noble guy who tells you that he is your savior help you? I can't imagine. Not to be political, but, it does have similarities to real life, not just any single instance. That's just kind of how the rich and powerful are in general. Alrighty. Now, we would like to deal with this battle. Sorry, just thinking, yeah, there's no way I can deal with the battle right now other than by spamming summons or thieves. So for now, let's
You shall purify
wander
these lands.
down. Well, I guess not down. Let's wander back toward where we were coming from before. To be safe, we will load this town up with a few units. That way the enemy can't take the town very
For thy
easily.
high father.
Ooh. An enemy rod planter stole some of our gold. Well, our gold
For thy high
resources.
Lord,
For thy high father.
We could attack this town, but they deal a ton of damage, so we would probably not be able to win, even with the armor potion we have. So let's try to
Believe.
focus on killing this party. Alright, so yeah, they get away one time.
I'm listening.
We have quite a bit of money, so I could hire another rod planter to remove this rod instantly, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright. Yeah. Cool. So we get one rod removed. Oh, I can't even hire a thief to investigate this party because they are blocking the path out of town. So the guy inside the town can't actually get out. Okay. He could get out, but then he'd have to fight, and I'm trying not to do that, so. So yeah, again, we'll kill them. Oh, wait. Huh. I wonder why this time they fought, whereas the last time we attacked one of these, they didn't. Because last time we attacked one of these parties and they just retreated instead of trying to kill us. Interesting. Hell, we're just farming a bit of experience off these guys.
For thy high father.
Lord,
Yes?
Okay. I honestly don't remember what's in that enemy formation. It was an archer leader, but the leader is dead. So what are the other 3 units? I think it was 2 possessed and a mage. If so, I don't know that we win that battle. 2 possessed would be 50 damage, the mage is 15, so 65 a turn. Yeah, I think we win this battle.
Believe.
Oh, they're not even going to fight it, they're just going to try to retreat. Well, then we definitely win it. Ooh. A little unfortunate that we missed, but not a big deal.
I'm listening.
Oh, pff. I didn't click on the rod, so I accidentally moved to the wrong spot instead of just taking the rod. Alright.
Lord,
I'm gonna have this guy go see about buying a spell, because I think it was the Blizzard spell that we didn't get. Now, I have a lot of mana, so I am going to research the haste spell so we can get around the map a bit more. And now we'll go ahead and kill this party. I think we killed him? Maybe not. If they retreat, yeah, we don't actually kill them, do we? Nope. One enemy gets away. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to spend another 200 mana just to kill that one guy. Mind you, instead of using a haste spell, I could also use the summon spell, and it might have been even more effective, but then I wouldn't get the experience for my guys, so. 59 more experience, and the Witch Hunter will level up. Hey, cool. A scroll that we
For thy
can't
high
use.
father.
I guess I could always give it to this guy, and then he could use it.
Again? It better be
We'll
good.
just use the infiltrate spy option so we can see what they've got going on. And I will not attack, even though using the dual option would probably let me kill the Baroness. If not on the first attempt, then on this turn.
I live but to serve, my lord.
For thy
On the
high
one hand, I'm still trying not to rely too much on thieves and spells, but also it's just good because of experience. Uh, wish I could remember what was in this place.
For thy high father.
I'll send a thief over to it.
Lord,
I'm listening.
In the meantime, let's farm some more experience.
Ah!
Ooh, unfortunate miss. Really? 2 misses in a row? That is very unfortunate. Alrighty, there we are, there we are. I have to heal my leader there because otherwise a high roll from the archer would kill her. There wasn't a world there where if the goblin archer attacked my witch, or if my witch hunter missed, so he didn't kill the goblin archer, then the goblin archer and orc could focus the witch hunter, and he would die. But I don't think the AI would actually go that route. But yeah, I definitely took a little bit of a gamble there. That said, the odds of missing are low, and I had already missed twice, so I just didn't feel like. I mean, gambler's fallacy, missing twice out of like 4 attempts doesn't really mean much, but a big thing is the game's displayed accuracy is a lie. It says that you have an 80% chance to hit, but it's closer to like 92%. Effectively, what the game does is it rolls the dice twice and averages it. So, the results that are closer to 100 or closer to 0 are actually much less likely than the game says. Ooh, 4 more experience for my Witch Hunter level up. 76 experience for the Rod Planter to level up.
Lord,
I'm listening.
Nice. Okay, that battle is a little scary, so we probably won't go after it. No resources up here, so we don't need to care about
I
that.
live but to serve, my lord.
For thy high father.
We'll just end our turn. And you know what? I have enough money. I'm actually going to reinforce this town even more.
Lord,
I don't know that the enemy will ever attempt to take it, but in case they do. And yeah, this guy can just, I don't know, girdle.
For thy high father.
I wonder what that item is. I don't know if it's anything I should care about. I only need 4 experience to level my Witch Hunter, so any number of battles would work. We can't win that battle. I don't think we reached this battle. Okay. Then, yeah, this
You
is
shall
the only battle
purify
I see that we
themselves.
can reach and beat. So,
Believe.
we're gonna waste a bunch of experience on our Witch Hunter here. Because I think we got like 50 experience the last time we did this battle. And he only needs 4 experience to level, but it's not a big deal. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, unfortunate miss. Oh. The miss didn't really matter. Didn't mean that he wound up with 5 less health at the end of the battle than he would have otherwise, but then he leveled up, which automatically heals you, so. 55 damage, 155 HP. Our Rod Planner only needs 21 experience to level. Nice. If I remember right, this is a really easy dungeon to clear, so we will want to go
Lord?
for it.
Yes?
I think
Yes?
next turn. Yeah. Just thinking, do I want to drop a rod by that infernal mana we can see there? Maybe.
What?
If I remember right, this has an item I want. Yeah, this has a boots of speed, if I remember right.
For thy high father.
There is an enemy party there, which is a little worrying. Yeah, the legions have burned everything in sight. I don't know. Oh wait, is that really just a rod planter? Okay, no. There's a rod planter here, and then the party I thought I saw here. Yeah, they have a sorcerer and ooh, 2 possessed and a melee leader. So the front line deals 100 damage, the sorcerer deals 30. That is actually kind of terrifying. They would definitely beat us if they attacked us, so we'll clear this little dungeon, get 50 gold, and a ring we can sell for like 50 gold. Now, the thing is, I don't know if the enemy AI will send these guys to attack our rock planter. Huh. But to be safe, I'm going to use our haste spell to get some distance. And to be extra safe, I'm actually going to move a thief to block the path. I do think the enemy AI will come kill this thief. But if it does, I believe it will not have enough movement points to then attack my main party. That's kind of my mentality right now.
Don't push me in.
Okay, I was wrong. It didn't attack my thief. Awesome! In that case...
Yes?
Should I maybe... Yeah, I should go over here and attack this guy. It's an enemy thief, so it's super easy to kill. Alrighty. Leader levels up to 3, which is the cap for the stage. I think she can take a leadership at the start of the next turn, which would let her have another unit in her party, which would be really cool. I think our territory might have expanded next turn to take this resource regardless, but
Don't push me.
just to be safe, we're gonna take it now. Deny the enemy some infernal mana. Oh, I'm glad I used a thief to scout this. 2 devils and a cultist is kind of scary.
Again?
Yes?
Yeah, that's Urhog, the boss of the
Yes?
stage.
Don't push me.
Huh. That they have a sorcerer there, and I think there's a sorcerer in the party over here, so that's 2 enemy sorcerers.
It better be.
Now here it doesn't really matter. The Baroness is just going to make... Oh, I thought she'd make my thief run away. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to kill that Baroness with the thief. I could use the haste spell to do it. I'm just doing that to harass her a little.
I'm listening. Yes?
Anyway. If I'm right and we can get the leadership upgrade, then our rod planner will be able to have 2. Oh, okay. So this is where they were headed. Hmm. At 19 health, he could survive 1 attack from a possessed if he defends, but would instantly die to the leader if he defends, and it goes first. So I'm gonna defend and hope I can soak up like a possessed attack and the leader attack. It was a possessed and so not quite what I was hoping for, but we should still at least... Okay, I was gonna say kill the enemy leader, but maybe not. That was some really unfortunate misses. So the leader gets to... Oh, that sucks. Alright. Now here we don't have to reload. I could just keep playing. But... as a matter of pride, I'm going to reload. So this is my 3rd reload of the run. One was to me taking a battle I shouldn't have. Another was to me forgetting that I could just use a healing potion during combat instead of using my Archangel's healing ability. And then this one's just because I'm mad that I lost the town when I didn't need to. Okay. Yeah, and with the extra unit and the upgraded town, that enemy party didn't even attack it, so... he realized it wouldn't go well if he attacked. Cool,
Lord?
cool.
I'm listening.
And now she can hire another unit. Which gives rise to an interesting question. Do I want another melee unit? Normally, I would think I have a healer as my leader. I should just get a bulky frontline. But I think there's a real argument that here I should just
I
let
serve a higher purpose.
my Witch Hunter be the only frontline and then get a backline that will just be protected. So, yeah, that's what I... On the other hand, like, a Witch Hunter is so fragile. Having 2 frontliners might be worth it. Urhog, yeah, I think we go with an archer, actually.
Speak thy command.
For thy high father.
Because if I go with an archer unit, then I'll have as much damage as if I go with a squire. But it can go anywhere, and I don't have to worry about splitting up
For thy high father.
where damage from attacks go, so maybe? Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. Believe.
Yeah, the question is, how do I kill Urhog from here? And I'm not sure on that
For thy high father.
one. I can just use spells and thieves to make it easy, which is what I'll probably do. But
Don't push me.
I do have the option of just trying to level up my main party, or hiring a bunch of rod planters, stuff like that. I don't know. If I remember right, this dungeon only has a hill giant in it, so it would be a really easy battle. Oh, the enemy party actually did attack it this time. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why it didn't attack last turn if it was going to attack this turn, but I won't complain. I think we just win this fight straight up. There you might have noticed that a squire. Oh, no, wait, he didn't go before my archers. There is if I remember right, there's a very slim chance a 50 initiative unit can go before a 60 initiative unit. But I mean it when I say very slim. I think it was like a 1 in 100 chance or some such. Oh my god, because the possessed missed the squire in the top row, I might win this battle without losing a single unit. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. I had some good luck, to be sure, but wow, would not have thought the enemy party would attack if they had no chance of winning. Cool.
Lord?
For thy high father.
Anyway,
Yes?
I want to have one of my rod planters drop a rod by this resource.
Yes?
And yeah, this stage is more or less finished. It's just
I'm
going
listening.
around cleaning
Don't
up
push me.
stuff now.
Again?
So yeah. We're gonna just end our turn. I think that's a damage spell. I think it deals like 15 damage. Yeah.
For thy high father.
Kinda irrelevant.
Again? Again?
So yeah.
I live but to serve, my lord.
For thy high father.
At this point, we just have to think about what we want to do.
Believe.
We out-heal the damage of this thing, so we can just defend, heal, and use the archer to attack. And this is the big benefit of having an archer as our extra unit rather than another melee guy. Alright. It's tedious, but very effective. Basically, the enemy needs to have 100 damage to be able to beat us if we do this. And even then, we may be able to kill them before they out-damage our healing. It's so dumb that it worked. Alrighty. free win, 58 experience for our archer. And yeah. Now we just need to collect the items we want before we leave the battle, which is we need to come here, take out this battle so we get the boots of speed, come up here, kill this mermaid so we can get the banner, and then we're just gonna end the stage.
I serve a higher purpose.
Yeah, something about Urhog, who
Yes?
cares?
Don't push me.
I think, was it this potion or item? There is a potion of vigor or something like that. One that increases the damage of a unit. And we might as well grab it if we can. And yeah, I did use a thief to kill a guy. As I said, I'm going to try not to use thieves that way too much,
For thy
but
high father.
it'll be faster to pick up the item than sending my main party over there to kill it.
I'm listening.
Again?
Nope, that's the potion of healing. Huh. Wonder where that potion of vigor or whatever it is I'm thinking of is at.
Lord,
For thy high father.
Ugh. Yeah. I didn't want to use my main party to kill this lady, but I kind of have to.
Billy!
Because the sorcerer actually deals a ton of damage. Okay. Hey, cool.
I'm listening.
You know what? This is a fun little trick you can do. You can swap units between party members, or different parties, and then fight with the new party. So yeah, still put a little experience on the Witch Hunter. Not that I expect it'll matter. But something. And now, just because I like being silly, I'm going to start planting a bunch of extra rods.
what? Again?
It technically does have some effect.
Speak thy command.
For thy high father.
The way terrain works in this game is every rod and town produces a certain amount of terrain every turn. Based on the level of the town, or in the case of rods, just if they're rods.
For thy high father.
And what that means is... Hold on, this is not my main part. What that means is if you have enough rods or towns, you can actually overwhelm the terrain generation of, say, the enemy capital.
I live but to serve my Lord.
Which
I'm listening.
does, in fact, let you do silly things. Like, I could just potentially take over their... Okay, what? Well, I can potentially make it to where their capital will effectively not make any terrain, because I have so many rods. What I didn't realize is that enemy rod planter removes the rod by this resource, so I should have just been, beelining for it and putting a rod there, but whatever. Now, there is an interesting thing I could do, in that I do not actually have to kill that mermaid party to get the banner that it is guarding. Sure, Urhog is taunting me. I could use a summon to pick up the item and then end the stage on the same turn. If I did that, then because one of my units was holding the item, I would in fact get to keep the item. But yeah, no. Let's just try to speedrun this next little part. But, right. Yo, that's a lot of damage. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, cool. The enemy actually leveled up. Don't see that happen too often.
For thy high father. For For thy high father.
Right. Anyway, we are going to put a rod here with these, what, 4 rods and the town. I don't think the enemy capital is going to be producing much terrain. Yeah, this is just silly. Look at how much my terrain has already encroached on their area.
Again? Lord?
Okay.
I'm listening.
I am going to take this battle just so I can grab whatever this item is. I probably should have had both of my guys focus the same unit. It was kind of silly to split up my damage like that, but whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, the game does get to the point of being kind of silly once you've cleared out most of it, and you're just kind of sitting here like, well, I could end the stage, but there's a bunch of stuff on the map I'd rather pick up first, so, nah. Yeah, they can keep casting that damage spell every turn until they run out of mana. Okay, there's the Potion of Vigor I was thinking about. 15% increased damage isn't much, but
For thy high father.
it's the best item I can hope to get in this stage, other than the ones that I've already mentioned, the boost of speed, the banner of protection, the artifact I already have. 2 devils and a cultist. Can I win that battle? Yeah. I think I just win it automatically, don't I? More or less. Yeah. I guess, technically the devils out damage my healing by a small margin. Wait, did they actually kill my rod planter with magic? They did. Oh, look at how much terrain I've generated. Silly stuff, silly stuff. Yeah, especially with the cultists, they would out damage my healing on the witch hunter. Well, not if they miss. That definitely changes things. But anyway, they have 100 damage, which means technically, because you can get up to +5 damage per turn, or per attack, they can actually out damage my healing by a very small margin. But by the time it would be relevant, assuming they didn't miss, but by the time it would become relevant, I'll have killed one of them, so it won't matter at all. And yeah, the Empire is a cheesy faction because of this. Yeah, we'll just instant resolve. Wait, what? It made my party run away? Oh, they didn't run away, it just... What? Oh. It showed my party members facing away like they were running away, which I don't think it would
Don't push
do
me.
normally when you win a battle, would it? That was weird, man. I don't know what happened there. Oh. Sure. Whatever.
Don't push me.
I'm gonna have to, like, review my VOD to see if I can figure out what that was about, because that did seem very
Live but to
strange to
serve
me.
my lord.
But maybe I'm just being a dum-dum. Oh, right, I could kill this ogre to grab that, bring it over here for the quest reward,
Yes.
but if I remember right, all that gets me is a Tome of Fire. Tomes in general are a terrible item, or terrible items, plural, and a Tome of Fire is especially bad. All it does is give whoever has it equipped ward against fire. So one unit in the party gets ward against fire. It's so bad. This does have a cool item in it. I found out it has an Orb of Thunder that deals 100 damage to a single target. But I don't have any, or my Rod Planter can't use it, and I'm not going to be hiring an Archmage who could, so. And yes, I am going to go ahead and just use summons to soften up, maybe even kill this mermaid, because it's a really obnoxious battle, and... Actually, wait, what am I doing? I don't need to use summons for this. I'm a dum-dum. Oh, well. I just realized I should have an easy time winning this battle since I have a marksman. I was thinking of back when I only had the Witch Hunter for my front line and no other combat unit. But thanks to Water Ward, I think this battle is actually... Okay. I didn't realize I was out of movement points. Nobody saw that. But no. I think due to having the marksman, I think with Water Ward, I can actually just kill the mermaid before she gets any paralysis effects off. Oh, or I could get unlucky and miss. That. Fortunately, she missed her paralysis. That's good, that's good. But yeah, there was a chance that she just paralyzes my back row there, and then I lose the fight. That's why I initially summoned a guy and thought I needed to use summons to...
Don't push me.
Win the fight. But anyway, this should be about it for the stage. I'm going to grab this item, bring it over to my Rod Planter. She can actually equip this because I did take the Banner Bearer ability. Gives my entire party 10 armor. Not very valuable, but it's something. And... got the boots. Part of me wants to keep playing just to see how strong I could get my party. But... nah. What I do need to do is figure out how I'm going to kill Urhog. And this is a case where I am actually going to use Thieves. As much as I hate using Thief spam as a strategy, since it kind of feels... what is it? Antithetical? The antithesis. So, antithetical? Sorry. It feels kind of like it goes against the spirit of the challenge.
Don't push me.
To rely on Thieves a ton. But I don't think there's any good options other than... well, yeah. Basically be very cheesy.
Again? Don't push me.
I think what I'm going to do for this run is say my rules are I can use Thieves and spells, but otherwise I can only use Rod Planters for combat. I will let myself use like other parties just to roam the map to pick up items like I have in this stage already. As long as they're not fighting things, I think it's fine. And this shows the danger of relying on a drain effect. Drain effects work really well when you are against a group of enemies. But when it's one-on-one, you don't have a lot of targets, so you're just hitting one guy for a weak AoE effect, and then healing for half of the health. That said, she really high-rolled there. She got 250 damage rolls. So she killed the thief in 2 attacks when normally it would take 3. Oh, and then I miss? What? Okay, this is definitely a lucky Urhog. I honestly don't know if my next thief will kill her.
What? I live but
And
to
I think
serve
that's the last thief I had in range. Wow, I wonder what the odds of her surviving 4 thieves is. Oh, we'll see. She may not. Does she survive or does she die? Oh my god, she actually survives 4 thieves. That's, definitely a thing. Now, obviously, I don't have to reload no matter what, because worst case scenario, I could just, wait a few turns while I bring more thieves over. But, huh. Yeah, none of my spells are particularly good against these guys. I don't have to reload, but I do want to see if I can win this battle as is, without having to burn any more resources. Yeah, I can't equip any of these items, can't use any of the scrolls, not that any of them would matter. So yeah, I think I would lose this battle anyway, but the archer can kill Urhog, so maybe not. Okay. So yeah, the ghost does target my marksman, which is a problem. Because ideally what we would do is have my witch hunter defend a lot, and then the marksman would kill the enemy units. It may work if the ghost misses enough, because the marksman only needs 2 hits on the ghost to kill it. And these guys don't seem to break through my witch hunter very quickly, so... shoot. I think if I use my regular healing effect, they will kill the witch hunter. So to be safe, I'm gonna burn a potion. Oh. Well, then they just missed the witch hunter, so I definitely didn't need to burn the potion as it turned out. No way to know that, of course. Thank God the ghost missed. Yeah, with a 65% chance to hit, normally the ghost would miss a lot more than that, but as we talked about earlier, RNG in this game is... or not RNG, but the displayed accuracy in this game is a lie. I wonder, I'd have to, like, do the math or look up a table to find out exactly what the odds of hitting with 65% chance are when you do 2 rolls instead of 1. On a harder difficulty, it can be really crazy, though, because not only does the game roll the dice twice, it also adds, 10% chance to hit on very hard. I mean, before the double roll, the ghost would have a 75% chance. Alrighty! And with that, the game is over. Well, not the game, but the stage. Urhog got lucky with surviving the 4 thieves, but having that marksman just... great decision, very glad I went with it instead of a second witch hunter. I do feel bad that I didn't clear everything on the stage, but, you know, kind of not really worth doing since there was no items to get and my leader already capped out. At some point, I do want to beat this stage, or not beat the stage, I want to kill the Capital Guardian in this stage. I know it is theoretically possible, so it would be funny to do. Urhog escapes. We don't actually kill her.
Urhog the Dark was gone, and her death cult annihilated. She disappeared into her temple when it crumbled to ruins. The antidote was brought to the Emperor Demosthene, but it did not bring him out of his silence. He remained secluded in the tower, becoming darker and more wretched, weakened by the treacherous attack upon his royal person.
Alrighty. Now, this is a bit of a short stream, but I think it went fairly well, and I am probably going to stop now. I think I need to figure out like a good time to stream on a regular basis. That way, if anyone wants to stop in, they know when to do so. But the big thing is, I'll probably be taking these VODs and putting them on YouTube so people can see the playthrough whenever it's convenient for them. That said, let's go ahead and watch the introduction to the next stage before I go. And by the way, boots the speed for a bit of extra movement once I get the ability to use them. Runestone artifact, probably not going to be relevant for a long time, if ever, but it will maybe eventually give our leader 10 more armor. And the banner of protection we already used and is really good. It's 10% armor for everyone. And then we just have 2 stat buffing potions in case there's like a hard battle we want to have them for. You know what? Next stage.
During the harsh battles against Erhog, corrupted nobles, making sure nobility got their due, looted the Empire's treasure. Many peasants had no food, and the fear of starvation forced them to follow petty agitators who claimed new leadership for the Empire. Soon, Nevendar found itself on the brink of revolution. Hubert de Lely proposed to replenish the Empire's chests with his personal belongings, in exchange for the royal crown, of course. Evidently, many nobles accepted the offer, fearing the loss of their aristocratic privileges. The Empire was then divided. On one side of the schism were the virtuous nobles, who remained true to the Emperor Demosthene. Opposing him, Hubert de Lely, the newly crowned Prince of Opportunism, gathered his renegade forces. The only solution for the Emperor's followers was to seek the help of the mountain clans. Empire emissaries were urged to seek Sluckeridge Darkstone, member of the clan's council and friend of High King Morok Cloudkeeper.
Alrighty. And that sets up what we'll be doing in the next session. Thank you to anyone who watched. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you when I see you.